So we're today with Ascension. We're going to define what is Ascension. What does that look like? I'm not interested in pulling up the computer, Google, and say, give me the official name. What is that? I think we could just talk about, I feel like we should talk about it in everyday words. And then if anyone follows me and watches any of my videos, you're going to find I talk about 5D and 6D. And I think this would be a great opportunity to share with people what that means. Okay. And what do you think? Does that sound good?
That sounds good. I need to know too.
Okay. Well, there are some important reasons to understand. So if you're watching, just please get something cold to drink, just sit down, pay attention, and be a part of this. Or you don't have to pay attention and you can do whatever you want to do. Or the third choice is you could actually just be listening to us because this will be on my podcast as well as my video podcast. So you can do either. It doesn't really matter. Just breathe is the most important thing. I'm feeling the audience is very tense. I got to do it. I got to do it. I do it, do it, do it. And as we know, if you follow astrology, the energy just continually to build. If you do follow astrology right now in June, the energy's lightening up for just a few weeks. So enjoy that as well. Okay, okay, let's talk about Ascension. Have you ever heard or read about Ascension?
Yes, a lot. Yes, I have.
And what does it say to you? What do you, when you go to read, what are you learning?
I always put everything in very simple terms in my mind. And I feel like for me, Ascension is finding a way to pull yourself away from the hustle and bustle, the news, what you're seeing going on around you in this world, and turning your thoughts inwardly to ways that you can deal with and cope with what's going on around you. And kind of it brings me a real sense of comfort and peace to be able to do that. And I feel like my journey is to improve on that constantly, to be happy, to be fulfilled, to be as much of a light to the rest of the world as you can be, and sort of just ignore the rest of this crazy thing that's going on around me.
Okay, that is really great advice and great observation with the awakening of how it feels and the ascension. And yes, okay, so how do you ascend? How do you get to that ascension? How does that look to you from what you've read?
From what I've read, there again, basically what I said, rising above the noise, turning to God. And just like talking to you, seeking people who are spiritually aware, spiritually gifted. I think over my life, there's a lot of things that happened that it took me a while to realize, hey, that was God intervened there. Hey, that was God talking to you. That was God that spoke through you. And I always say that we need to just look for it so that we're aware of it, expect. I expect answers and I expect changes when I ask. I think that's how I see it anyway.
That's beautiful. There's a lot of books out there that talk about ascension.
Right.
A lot of people talk about 5D, and their books are about 5D. And if you go online and catch them talking, they're still talking about 5D. So, which is the fifth dimension. So if we go through the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, it really does change. And so it's all about vibration and energy. Everything is energy.